Hi YouTube, Mako here. Wanted to show you what I've been up to lately. It's been a while since I posted. I've been trying out new concepts and bows, experimenting with some wood, with reinforcement, different limb tips. I've got a few things going right now in project phase, but I do not, still experimenting a little bit. I did finish up a bow that I'm going to be gifting to my brother. It's actually a bow that created in about a day and then finished in the course of another 3 or 4 hours. I don't know how many hours I've got in it, but it was pretty quick. But I'm pretty happy with it, and I wanted to share it with you today. I would be outdoors and showing you how to shoot, but I've hurt my shoulder, so I can't shoot. I can't be doing any shooting videos for a while. If you're interested, let me know. Leave the comments and the feedback, and in the next week, hopefully when my shoulder heals up, I can get out and do some shooting. I've got to shoot this bow out another 200 or 300 shots anyway before I gift it. It's only got 100 shots on it right now, so I'm going to be doing that anyway. The only thing this bow is needing is center serving, and it needs to be officially branded. Right now it does not have the official moniker. It will have it by the end of the night though. So a little bit about this bow. It is a PVC bow with PVC Siyahs. I based it off of the Nomad in Nick's Backyard Bowyer's Takedown Archery book, but I made a shorter horse bow in 3/4 inch pipe. Nick has got one video out there shooting a bow with PVC Siyahs, but he did not have a how-to, so I wanted to kind of come up with my own version, and I used his Nomad as a guideline to get there. This started out with 50 inches of PVC 3/4 inch. 6 inches on each side was cut off after tiller was checked, and then it has 6-inch, half-inch PVC Siyahs, based on the form that he discusses on the Nomad in the book. It's got a 6-inch handle that is centered. I wanted to make this bow ambidextrous. It has got a leather-wrapped handle. This is my first venture into leathercraft, if you call it that. I really like how this handle turned out. The stitching is artificial sinew. It didn't turn out as well as I would have liked as far as the stitch is concerned, but for a first shot, very pleased with it. Very durable. It allows for a grip and to have an arrow on both sides for an arrow pass, so it serves as an arrow pass and a grip at the same time, which was what I was going for. It's got Dacron wrapping up at the top. This is purely aesthetic. It's not anything to do with structure, but it wanted to tie back into the grip and the string on the tips, and then the Siyahs. So from the bow turned out light. It's 25 pounds at 28 inches. From a performance standpoint, I have not got a chance to speed test it. I just finished the string, but it's acceptable. I don't have any idea from a speed perspective just yet, but I'll let you know how that turns out when I get to shoot it. What it does do is it shoots very quietly, and I grew better with it than I do my second bow, which I was really happy with. And it's got the quietness of a longbow, largely due to the fact that the string doesn't contact the tips, but it has a little bit of that recurve performance. So I kind of understand why everybody's excited about Siyah-based bows, and it's inspired me to build more. I'm going to build 2 more in this profile, one for myself and one for another person to gift. And then I'm going to take on some wood Siyah bows in the future. I really like this style, and it really performs well. So that's kind of the rundown on the bow itself. I can get more details if you have any questions about the build itself. I'm going to be building 2 more in the exact same profile, different finishes. So if you need answers, if you want to see a video on finishing, or if you want to see a video on the builds of the bow, let me know that, and I would be happy to share. So outside of the leather handle, which is unique for me, And outside of the Siyah based bow, which was unique to me, or for me, is the finish, and that's what I really wanted to highlight today. This is not painted. This is actually solvent dyed. If you go to makeprojects.com, or if you do a Google search for dyeing PVC, you will find a website where they talk about how to do this. I won't get into that process here. I can get into it later if you'd like, but the principle is that basically you use a petroleum-based dye carried in a solvent. It penetrates the pipe and it actually dyes the pipe itself. This is not a surface finish. This is actually the pipe itself dyed to a different color. I did this for durability purposes. What I wanted to accomplish with this bow, my brother's a big Oklahoma City Thunder fan, so I wanted to have a blue and orange bow. But I also wanted it to be rustic and look like wood. Similar to my bow number 2, which I have right here. I wanted to mirror a wood grain effect. And I applied the PVC dye with a natural bristle brush. And if you can tell, it gives a very similar effect to what I did with the stain on the second bow. The difference is, this is part of the pipe. Why that's important is if you take a look at the tip of this bow, you can see where the stain has chipped off the bow. All of my bows have been either done in paint or stain. I've got 2 that are finished, but I've got a bunch of experimental bows. They eventually chip. Paint and finish doesn't like plastic. This actually becomes part of the pipe, so you cannot scratch off a finish here. If you take a car key to this or a knife, you can scratch this bow. I don't want to misconstrue it, but what you're doing is technically scratching the PVC. And depending on how thick you put it on, you can get down to the layer where you'll see the white. But that's actually damaging the bow itself, and that's not what this design of the finish was for. It's to protect it from the bumps and the bruises that you get from the string, from sitting on the ground, from walking through the woods, having something scratch past it. As you can see, I can scratch it hard with my fingernail, and you're not scratching the finish. There's nothing to chip off. This is all PVC. So I think the wood grain effect turned out really nice. A little bit about the finish itself. This is the black. I did it light because I wanted to catch the indigo color, because black is technically blue and they're dyes. So I wanted a dark blue for the Siyahs. And then this is actually orange. They're orange color. I didn't put it on, if you put it on a lot darker, it gets a lot more orange and you lose some of the wood grain effect. I wanted to kind of keep the wood grain look, so I did not do it too dark. To give you an idea what I'm talking about, I've made a blowgun with the same 2 dyes. The blowgun has 2 or 3 coats. This one has about 1.5, and you can see how it gets darker and orange colored. This center section is black. It's got blue tones in the light, but that's the same color as this, just as not as many coats. So the benefit is that you get a nice tough finish. It doesn't wear, doesn't chip off. What you need to keep in mind when you're doing this is that this does not offer any UV protection for the bow. This is PVC, that's all it is. So you need to accompany it with some kind of protection. I use 303 aerospace protectant. It's been around for a long time. It's used on patio furniture, all kinds of plastics. People use it on their cars. It's used on rafts. And the benefit is it provides a sun protection factor for PVC. It's just wipe on, wipe off, does not affect the color in any way. What it does do is make it pop like a clear coat, so it's got a nice shiny finish to it. So it enhances the look, it really brings the color out, and it protects the pipe, which is really important. So I recommend that if you're going to try this solvent dye, that you pick up some aerospace protectant. If you don't, you need to research how you're going to protect your bow, There's probably other methods. I wanted something that was refreshable, that wouldn't chip off. I can apply it whenever I need to update it. You just wipe it on and wipe it off. And I'll let you know how it works. I think it's going to be good though. So outside of that, you know, that's pretty much the gist of the bow itself. I'm going to be building 2 more of these with different finish, different approaches to finish. I'm going to be using the solvent dye process, but it'll be different colors and combinations. If somebody is interested in seeing how I apply this finish to get to the wood, please post that in your comments, or the wood grain effect anyway. Please post that in your comments and I'd be happy to share. I can do a how-to quickly on how I do it. I'm going to be building 2 more of these bows, so if you have any questions and you want to see something specifically, let me know that, because I'm going to be, like I said, building them to this spec, so I can be happy to show you what I did as I do it. And if you're interested, let me know also in the shooting video, and when my shoulder heals up, I may do a video of this before I gift it away. So appreciate your feedback and your comments. I want to let you know what I've done so far. And let me know what you'd like to see. Give me any feedback. I'm very open to feedback as it relates to the actual craft. If you've got suggestions, comments to improve, I appreciate those. And I will check back with you later. Thanks.